It is a distinct privilege to stand before you today to deliver and present the 2025-2026 budget vote for the Department of Agriculture. This is more than simply a procedural responsibility. It is a defining moment for agriculture in our country. The restructuring of the department, now solely focused on agriculture, following its separation from land reform, rural development, marks the beginning of a more intentional, more focused, and more responsive era in public agricultural policy. Our mission is as urgent as it is important: to build a food system that is inclusive, competitive, sustainable, and above all, which leaves no South African behind. South African agriculture stands at a crossroads. On the one side, we see the extraordinary potential that the agricultural sector has to create jobs, contribute further to GDP growth, strengthen exports, and revitalize rural economies. On the other side, we confront persistent risks: climate shocks, high input costs, biosecurity failures, land degradation, weak infrastructure, and uneven access to market and finances, and of course, international shocks. This morning, we all woke to the news of the letter which President Donald Trump has sent to a number of countries around the world, including South Africa, announcing intentions to persist with a 30% tariff on South African goods and produce exported into the United States from the 1st of August. Whilst we can breathe a sigh of relief that this tariff did not come into effect as it was due to tomorrow, it does give us an opportunity to urgently use the next few weeks to be able to try and negotiate a way forward to prevent this. Whilst not explicit, the announcement would signal the end of the African Growth and Opportunity Act, which gives South Africa's duty-free access to the US for more than 6,000 products, including goods and automobiles, agriculture, and textile industries. The agriculture sector remains particularly exposed in the areas of citrus, wine, nuts, and table grapes. Now more than ever, it highlights the need for urgent reform in South Africa so that we can ensure that our economy meets the requirements of our trading partners around the world. And I look forward to working with Minister Tau and others in the coming weeks to urgently seek a way through this impasse and ensure that we can avoid the 30% tariff for our agricultural sector. But there's also a human reality behind the figures, and this speaks of smallholder farmers locked out of opportunity, of families facing food insecurity, or of veterinary professionals overburdened and under-resourced, and of a nation that far too often reacts to crisis rather than prepares to prevent it. This budget that we table today is designed to change that trajectory. It is grounded in the 2025-2030 strategic plan, which articulates the 7 key strategic priorities which I placed before this House last year. These are, if I may recall them: partnerships for growth, a modern and progressive legislative environment, improving market access, providing effective farmer support, strengthening biosecurity and disaster preparedness, advocacy for a growing sector, and improving food and nutrition security.